Crochet. Welcome back to my channel, and in today's tutorial we are going to be doing making a tutorial on how to make this a ribbed crochet cardigan, or a cherry ribbed crochet cardigan. So now first we are going to be needing two different hooks. First we are going to be needing a 6.5mm hook. This is going to be for our body, and then we are going to be needing a 3.5mm hook, to make our cherry, to make this. So we are going to use this one to make this. And now we are going to be needing a diaring needle. We are going to be needing a diaring needle. We are going to be needing a slip stitch, a stitch marker. We are going to be needing a measuring tape, and then we are going to be needing a yarn. I'm using yeye wool regular, so I'm going to be using 2 strands of it. Now let's get started into the video. So we are going to get a yarn now and make a slip stitch. So we are going to be having it in different parts. We are going to be having the front, we are going to having two front panel, a back panel, and the arm panel. So I'm going to first make the front panel, and then I will show you how to make the others. Now the length of your crochet is, the inches. Now your chain is going to be the height of your crochet top. It's going to be the height. So now I'm going to be having 20 inches. I want to make 20 inches, and this 20 inches equivalent to 80 chains for me. So now to make the chains, I'm going to first make a slip knot. After I make the slip knot, I'm going to have 80 chains. So make sure that your chain is not too tight or too loose, just a normal chain. So make sure it's not too tight or too loose. So continue making your chain till you have your desired length. You can go ahead and measure yours, but that 80 chains is giving me 20 inches. And now this is what 80 chains gives me. And now before I get started, I'm going to add one more chain to it. Okay. Sorry, that's my cat. Sorry about the background noise. So after you've gotten, that means you are having 81 chains. So now to get started, we are going to be skipping the first chain, and into the second chain we are now going to do a half double crochet slip stitch. And this is how we are going to do. After we pull up the yarn like this, after we've do it like this, and then into the second chain right there, we are going to pull up another loop, and then we are having 3 loops. Now the last loop you pull up is what you are going to go with it all through. And now if you are a beginner, you can just make sure that you put your slip stitch into the first. So as I said earlier, if you are a beginner, make sure you have your slip stitch into the first half double crochet slip stitch you make. And now to make the second one, you are going to yarn over like this, and into the loop you have to pull up a loop. Now we are having 3 loops in the hook. And now with the last one, which is the third one, you are going to use it to pull it up like this. So continue doing this till you have 8 chains left, and then I will meet you once again once we have 8 chains left. Sorry about the background noise once again. So continue doing this till we reach the end of the row, and I will meet you back once again. And now this is where we are. I have 8 chains left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If you are doing it like me, you realize that it's not straight, it's somehow slant. All you just have to do is just to stretch it, and to be straight. So now this is what we have 8 inches left. So now for here we are going to be having slip stitch. We are going to make a slip stitch. Make sure that this your slip stitch is not too tight, because if it's tight it's going to be quite difficult and for you to come back here. So where you have your first slip stitch, you are going to have your stitch mark there. So it's just for an indicator for you to come back. And if you don't want to have your stitch mark there, you can just come back and then count 8. So continue making your slip stitch into the 8 chains till we reach the end of the row. Make sure that your slip stitch is loose, not tight. This is what we have. So now to make row 2, we are going to chain 1 and then into the back loop only here we are going to make another slip stitch into the 8 slip stitch. So this is row 2. Into the back loop we are going to continue making a slip stitch. And we are at the last row of slip stitch now. So what we just need to do is just to into this space make another slip stitch. So you can go ahead and stitch mark here once again. So now after we are done with the 8 slip stitch, I forgot, make sure that once you are done with every row, make sure you are stretching it back to the normal shape it's supposed to take. Make sure that you are stretching it back, because if you are not stretching it back, you realize that it's going to be shrinking. And it won't get to your normal measurement you're supposed to have. So make sure you are stretching it back to its normal form. And then once we are done with the slip stitch, we are going to go into the back loop only. We are going to go in with the half double crochet slip stitch like this. Continue making the half double crochet slip stitch. So till we reach the end of the row. And once we reach the end of the row, we are going to do the same thing we did in row 1 for row 3. Once you chain 1, you are just going to go into the back loop only, and then till you reach where the stitch marker is, where you are going to have the slip stitch, 8 slip stitch. So continue making the half double crochet slip stitch. Now I'm almost at the end of the row, yeah, and this is what I have. So this is what I have. So, and can you see it has twisted again, but all you just have to do is just to make sure that once you are done with every row, you are stretching it. So I will stretch it once again, and then to start row 3, I will just chain 1. I will turn my work to the other side, and I will go into the back loop only once again. So continue making the half double crochet slip stitch into each and every one of it till we have where we stitch mark and start making slip stitch. So for row 4, you will repeat row 2. That means you chain 1 and make slip stitch for the 8 slip stitch. For 8, you will make 8 slip stitch, and then the stitch mark just fell off. So for row 4, you chain 1 here, make slip stitch for the 8 slip stitch, and then continue making half double crochet slip stitch into the back loop only, so till you have your desired length. So let me show you my front parts, where the front part I already did. So this is what we have. Can you see how beautiful it is? Okay, let me try and zoom out very well so you'll be able to see it clearly. Can you see how beautiful it is? So now, and this is measuring without stretching because it is super stretchy, and my customer, her bust is 42, so I want it to, even though it's stretchy, but I want it to be free for her body. So now this is measuring it is supposed to be measuring like 11. Yes, it is supposed to be measuring 11. So this is 35 inches. I mean, this is 35 rows, and this is the back panel. So now you just, for here I will show you how to make the front part, but you see this back part, I make 70 rows, back and forth 70 rows, and this is how you are going to count the rows. You see this? Now let me show you how to count the rows here. Remember, this is one, this is the first one, this is the second one, this is the third one. So whenever you are ending with this, whenever you are ending here, you realize that you are having 2 rows. So whenever you are ending here, make sure that means you are having 2 rows. But whenever you are ending here, that means you are having, like, let's say maybe 3 rows. So here, let's say 4 rows. So, and this is how I count it: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. 35 times 2 is 70. And if you don't understand how to count it, as I've said, you just count it like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that's just how you are going to count it till you reach. And now let's measure this. This is going to give us 22 inches, 23 inches. So without stretching, it's giving us 20 inches. So, and if I'm able to stretch it, it's going to be like 23, 24. So, and I remember I tell you that my customer is 42, so it's more than enough for her currently. So this is, in fact, this is more than 22 when I stretch it a little bit, but let's say 20 inches. And this is going to be, so the front part is going to be is going to be the same thing. Like, since I make 70 rows for that, this is going to be 35 rows. So just for the front part, just continue doing this till you have this. I did 25 rows here. I'm going to show you how we are going to get to that 25. You just continue making this normal row of going like this, do 8 slip stitch, then go with half double crochet slip stitch, just back and forth, and then I'll meet you once again. So I did 25 rows. I will show you how I count it before I continue. I did 25 rows, and this 25 row is already measuring close to 7.5 without stretching it or anything. Let's say 7.5, and I'm going to let's say 10 or 11 without stretching. This should be more than 7.5 row because I don't want to stretch it now. So now this is how I you can count it like I'm counting mine, and you can just count it like this. Normally I'm counting mine like this. This is how I'm counting it: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and this is 1. But if you cannot count it like me, you can just count it this way. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Can you see it now? So that's how to count it. So now after I'm done with, okay, I'm almost at the end of the 25th row. I'm still doing the single, the slip stitch here. Let me finish the slip stitch, and now we are going to be, after we are done with the slip stitch, I will show you what to do. So remember, you are stretching it after you are done with each row. So this is what we have. We are going to be making this V part here, and now I skip 25 stitches, which gives me like 6.5 inches. So you can make yours, let's say 20, maybe 5, but this is what I skipped for my customer. So now what you are just going to do is just count 20. I'm going to get my stitch marker now. So I've gotten my stitch marker now, so you are going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So on the 25th stitch, you are going to stitch mark it there, and now you are now going to continue making it from here. And once you have two stitches before, once you have 2 stitches before this, before where you stitch mark, we are going to come back and then we are going to start making the decrease. So continue making 8 slip stitch first. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And after you've gotten the 8 slip stitch, then you are going to make half double crochet slip stitch. And then once you are 2 stitches away from where we stitch mark, I'm going to meet you back once again. So continue doing this until you are almost where the stitch mark is. And now this is what I have now. I have 2 stitches away from where we stitch mark, and now this is where we are going to start our decrease. If you see this one that I did, can you see how it's curved? Can you see the curve here? So we are going to start making the decrease. So now so this is how you are going to make the decrease. You are not going to yarn over. Like this. This is just how I make the decrease. Into the first one here, into this half double crochet slip stitch here, you are going to pull up. So you have 2 left, and into the last one here, you are going to pull up a loop also. And this last loop that you pull up, is where you are going to use to yarn all 3. Can you see it? So that's how we make a decrease. And now for row 27, you are going to make another decrease. So into this first one also, you are going to pull up a loop. You are going to have 2 loops, and into the next one you pull up a loop, and this last loop is where you are going to use it to yarn over. So this is where we are going to continue making. Just once we reach, so, and this is where we are having, so it's going to be slanting, and once we want to come back, we make a decrease. Once we are going down, another decrease. So you are going to make the decrease for 10 times. You are going to do in total, we are going to be having 35 rows in total. This is the same number of rows I have here, and this is what I'm having. So, and this measures like, can you see, close to, this is measuring like close to 11. If I'm able to stretch it a little bit, it's going to reach up to like 13 or 14. So that's very more than enough for my customer. So continue making the decrease for 10 rows just as I've shown you. Once you just reach this end, you make a decrease. You will do 2 decreases together, and we just continue doing that till we reach row 35, where I'm going to meet you back once again. So this is what I have after I've completed the 35 rows. So this is it, and then measuring it right now, that's just it, almost 11. So now for the back part, so now we have 2 front parts, and for the back part I make 70 rows for the back part. So I make 70 rows for the. So I'm going to cut my yarn here. I'll chain one, and then I will cut my yarn. So that means that what you are having here, what you are having for the back part, you are going to do half of it for the front part. So I'm having 70 rows for the back part, and then I did 35 rows for the front part also. So, and this is where we are. Okay, let me try and zoom out a little bit. I've already zoomed out, and this is where we are.
Make the arm
so now to make the
80 chains as well. I first make 70 chains, but then I realized that it's not going to be enough. It's not going to be long enough. So I make 80 chains, which give us the same measurement you have for the body part, which is like 20 inches.
And we are going to be using 5mm hook for the wristband. That is the 8 slip stitch, so as to make sure it's firm. I first used my normal 6.5, but I realized that it is very loose. So make sure you use your 5mm hook for your wrist part. And then the width, this part I did 52 rows, and it's giving me 15 inches without stretching, and so without stretching, so this is enough. So now what we are just going to do now is to sew the arm parts with the body part together. So I'm going to show us a video. It's quite easy. This is how we are going to sew it together. So now let me show you how I sew, how I'm going to sew it together. You just look for, first thing first, let's first sew the body parts together. So now we are going to check this and then look for where we want it to be a wrong side. Although we don't have wrong side here, we don't have right side, but you can just look for a particular place to use as the wrong side. So this is the back panel, and now we are going to get the front part here. So we are just going to look for where you want to let it to be the front part or the back part. There is actually no place that is wrong or right, so I'm just going to give it the flow also. So I'm starting here. So you can just use for fast work, we can use a diary needle. Yes, if you want your work to be faster, you can use a diary needle. So if you don't want to use a diary needle, you can just use your normal crochet pin and then use it to sew it together. You are just going to make a slip stitch in each of it, but making use of a diary needle is going to be very effective. So this is how I'm going to sew it in together. I wanted to use a diary needle before, but I just realized that no, it's not really that necessary. So into the first row here, but you using a diary needle is going to make your work very easy. So I might use a diary needle for others, but let me just show you this. So into the first into our arm parts like this, you're going to go into it like this, and then into this last row or into this first row also. Going to find a space right here, and and then go into it just as I've done there. So now we are going to chain one, so that means we've joined this place together, and then you are going to go into the second row. This is the second row right here, this particular little loop, and into here also we are going to join it together with a slip stitch, and this is how we a slip stitch. So now into the third row here also, in between here, or better still, you can just use your darning needle to sew it together. So it's going to be very easy to use your darning needle. It's a stress-free. It's going to be stress-free work to use a darning needle. So you're just going to continue making use of your slip stitch to join the two parts together. So we are joining all of the 25 rows together. You know we have 25 rows here, or the number of rows you did. I stopped making I'm on the 25th row now, and I'm just going to go on it like this. So the last one is quite a little bit difficult. So, and after I've done sewing it together, I'm just going to chain one, and then I will get the scissors to cut off the yarn. And this is what we have, and this is the right side and it. So can you see how steep it is? So that's what we are going to be having. And now what is left for us is just to turn it to the wrong side once again, and then we should join the other part together. So just make sure that it's facing each other, so don't make the mistake of it not facing each other. So now let's join this together. So I think I'm going to be starting here, or if you cannot start by this particular part, you can just switch like this and then just start here also. And this is me, I'm done with sewing in the two together. So now, so let me try and zoom out. Okay, so this is where we are having now. I'm done with sewing the two together. Now what is left for us to do is to sew in the arm parts together. And now this is it. So you can just look for where you want the yarn to be, and then we are having, for the arm part we are having 54 rows. So, and 54 divided by 2, that means we are having 27. So I'm just going to count 27 stitches here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 27 rather. Sorry, 27. And then for the 27th, I'm just going to mark it right there. So I'm going to get my stitch mark. I'm just going to get my stitch mark, and I'm going to mark it on the 27th stitch. So now for the other part also, we are just going to look for sorry about the background noise. I'm with my family currently. So now I'm going to count 27 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. So that means that we are going to be ending here. So make sure that if you are a beginner, you can as well stitch mark the middle part here, but I don't think it's necessary for me because I already know that okay, this is 1, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5, this is 6. So I've been able to know all of the parts here. So all I'm just going to do is just to sew it in together. So I'm going to go, the best thing you can use is to make use of a diary needle. Diary needle is quite easy, but in case you don't have a diary needle, I'm just going to show you the same way I did for the other part. It's the same thing we are going to be using. So we are just going to be getting our yarn once again and our needle. So sorry, my yarn is twisted here. So now this is oh god, sorry, my brothers are playing with our dog. So this is the first row actually. So I'm just going to go into it like this, and then into this place also, into the 27th row. And then I'm just going to chain 1 and I'll move to the second row. Actually, I'm not supposed to go into this. I'm supposed to go in here because this is the front part. Can you see? This is the front part. You're not supposed to go into this, but if not, because it's quite tiny, if you are using a diary needle, you will easily access here. But since you are not using a diary needle, you can just actually go here, or you can just leave it like that and just go into it. But for me, because I want it to be, I don't want to have any issues when I'm about to sew this in together, because you are still going to sew the arm together. So just go here and then go into this 27th here, and then chain 1 and into the next row, which is here, into the second row and into the second here also. I'm going to keep on making a slip stitch. So it's very easy. Just make sure that you are following the pattern here, making a slip stitch in each of the row. So if you are, I repeat, if you are a beginner, it's better for you to get a diary needle so you won't be mistaken, so you won't have any issues in counting the rows, because the rows they are not that straightforward. So just continue making this on each row, and the row is quite easy for you once you've started doing it. So this is what I do to get the row. This is 1 row and into here and into the next stitch here. You are just going to make a slip stitch. And then this is another row. Just go into it like that and then make another slip stitch. And this is another row. Continue making it like this till you reach here. And for this other parts also, for the other arm parts, you are just going to count 27 from here also. So now this is what I have. I actually made a mistake when we were about to start. So what we did is we only what we did is what we have is 52 rows, not 54 rows. We have 52 rows. That means 52 divided by 2, we are having 26 in each of the row. So it is supposed to be, we are supposed to we are supposed to count 26 and not 27. So I just had to to correct it. So what I mean here is that we are supposed to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. So we are supposed to put our stitch mark on the 26th stitch, not 27. So that's how we are going to join it together. So after I'm done joining it here, like this, I'm just going to chain 1, and then I will get my scissors. This is it. I will get my scissors, and then I will cut off my yarn. Now this is what we are having. Let me try and zoom out. Okay, so this is what we have now. Can you see the beauty of it now? So this is what we have. We've already joined it together. So now what we are just going to do now is to start joining each side. We should join the sides together. So we are now going to sew it in like this. We are going to sew each of it in like this, and then we sew the arm part together also. So now let's sew this in together, and we are just going to repeat the same process on the other side as well. So we are just going to get our yarn once again. We are just going to get our yarn, and then into this particular part, into this third part, into this last part here. Into this side, into this first chain here, and into this last part here also, into this last part here also. We are just going to join it together as we've been joining it. So, and into the second part here, we are just going to make a slip stitch to join it together. So we are just going to continue making this till we have till we reach the end of the row. So just continue slip stitching it together till we reach the end of the row. So once we are done with this, once we've sewed it in from here to here, we are just going to sew our other arm part here also. So the other arm part here, we are going to sew it in like this. After we are done sewing it in like this, we are just going to sew the body part also with it. So I'll meet you back once again. So now I'm done with sewing in the arm together. This is what we have. I've sewed it in. I've sewed both and in. So we are going to turn our work to the right side now. So you can go ahead and turn your work to the right side as I'm doing. And now the next thing we are going to be doing is that we are going to be having single crochet round in all of this round till we reach here. We are going to be having single crochet around it. So let me zoom in. And this is where we are going to be doing. I've gotten my yarn. I'm going to chain one and then make a single crochet. This is how you are going to make a single crochet. And then you are going to pull up. So another single crochet. So continue making this single crochet till we reach the end of the row. So now you continue making this single crochet like this till we reach the end of the row. I will show you what you are going to do at the corner part. So this is what I have now. I've been doing the single crochet all the way around it, and now I'm almost at the corner part. And this is the last part here. This is the corner part. So this particular corner part, we are going to be making something more of like an increase here, so that we will be able to see it clearly. It's better we just stitch mark it right here, because we are going to be making something like an increase there about. So just stitch mark it, or better still, if you can locate it, then all is good. So we are just going to continue making single crochets in each of the rows. So this is the next row, this is another row, and this is another row. Oh, sorry. This is another row right here, and this is another row here, and here. So continue making single crochet round it, round here, going into each of here also. And once you reach this particular place, I will meet you back. So now I've been able to do a single crochet around it, and I've stitch marked the corner part here, because you are going to be making something like an increase there. So now you are going to cut off the yarn here, because you want it to start from here. Starting from here we make it be in the right side, but if you start from here, it's going to be in the wrong side. So we are going to come back here. So now this is it. I'm done with making single crochets around it. And now to start this ribbon, I first use my 6.5. You know, we are using 6.5 hook before. I use it first, but I realized that it is too chunky, it is too big. So we are going to be switching from our 6.5mm hook to our 5.0mm hook. And what we are going to be doing is quite simple. We are going to go into the first single crochet there, and then we are going to chain up 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And after we've gotten this 7 chain, we are going to be skipping the first chain here, and then into the second chain we are going to be having a single crochet. So continue making these single crochets into the 6 chains we made. You changing the hook will make it helps give it a firm look, except if you want to use a slip stitch to make the ribbon for this particular part. And after we've done with the 6 single crochets in the chain, we are going to go into the next single crochet here. We are going to be making a slip stitch, and then into the next one, also into the next single crochet, we are going to be making another slip stitch. So that means we are going to be doing 2 slip stitch once we are here. And now we are going to turn our work, and then we are going to skip these first 2 slip stitch, 1, 2, and into the third one we are going to do a back loop single crochet. into the back loop only, we are going to be making a single crochet. That means instead of us going like this, we are going to go into the back loop only, just as we've done the half double crochet slip stitch. So we are going to be going into the back loop only also, and this is our row 2. And now to start row 3, we are going to chain 1, turn our work, and we are going to go into the back loop only also. Into the back loop only, we are going to be having a single crochet. So continue making these single crochets, and I will meet you at the end of the row. And now this is what we have after we've gotten the 6 single crochets. And into here, we are going to into the next single crochet, we are going to make a slip stitch, and we are going to make 2 slip stitch. And after we've gotten a 2 slip stitch, it is going to be sitting pretty well like this, and then we are going to turn our work once again, and then skip the first 2 slip stitch you make and continue making a single crochet. So this is where we are. So we are going to be alternating between row 2 and row 3. We are going to be doing the same thing we did in row 2 and row 3, and you continue making this till you reach the corner part where I said we should stitch mark there. Oh, sorry, that's my light. My light is off, so just continue doing so. So now this is what we have after I've been able to do it to this particular part. And then I will make a slip stitch here. And now I'm going to turn my work just as we've been doing. We are going to skip the first 2, and into the next one we are just going to continue making a single crochet around it. And now I'm almost at the end of where I stitch mark, so you are just going to continue normal. And then here we are going to turn our work. Sorry about that, it's my cat. And now this is the last row here before I reach where I stitch mark. No, this is where we have. This is where we stitch mark. Now into the same place we stitch mark, we are going to have 1 slip stitch. Now instead of us going into the second one for another slip stitch, we are just going to be having 1 slip stitch here, and then we are going to be turning our work, and then I'm going to skip just 1 because I only make 1 slip stitch, so I'm just going to skip just 1. So and now after I've skipped the 1, and then I'm just going to make normal single crochet around it. And this is it, and then I'm going to chain 1 and then come back down once again. It is just a way of making an increase in this particular corner. And that's the last part here. We are done with this row, and once again into the same space where we stitch mark, we are still going to have one slip stitch into the same space. Can you see it? Into the same space we are going to have the stitch mark. Where we have the stitch mark, we are going to go in with another slip stitch, and then we are going to turn our work once again, and we are going to skip the first slip stitch you make and just continue making the single crochet around it. So that means we are making it 2 times, like we are making the increase. And now after we are done here, we are just going to chain 1 and then come down once again, make another row. And this is what we have. And after we've had the 2 times like that, we are just going to skip where we cannot remove our stitch mark here, because we are not going to go into the stitch mark once again. Now what is left for us to do is just to be doing normal row, just as we've been doing. That means we are going to go into the next single crochet here, we are going to make a slip stitch, and into the next one another slip stitch. And after we are done with the 2 slip stitch, we are just going to turn our work, skip the first 2 slip stitch we make here. We are going to skip the first 2 slip stitch we make, and then we are going to continue making single crochet. So now continue making normal row, like continue making normal thing we are making, that is single crochet into the back loop only, then you chain 1, you make single crochet into the back loop only, and you have 2 slip stitch into the next single crochet down below. And after that you are just going to skip the first 2 slip stitch. So you can continue doing this. We are going to continue doing normal row now till we reach where we stitch mark in the second, till we reach this corner part where we stitch mark also. So continue doing it, and I'll meet you back there once again. So now I'm almost at the end of it. I'm almost where we are going to stop making. I'm almost where we are going to start making an increase. So we are just going to continue making it into the back loop only, into the six single crochet. So just continue doing this. And then this is the last 2. Can you see this is the last single crochet we have till I reach the stitch mark? So I'm just going to stitch mark. I'm going to make a slip stitch into the 2 I have left, into the 2 single crochets I have left. So into the second one another slip stitch. So now I'm going to turn my work. I'm going to skip the first 2 slip stitch and then continue making the single crochet. So make sure that if you are a beginner, try and count your work so that you won't decrease or start or increase any of it. So I do count my work a lot when I was a beginner. So this is what we have, and then we are done here. So this is where we have, we are now currently in the stitch mark. So this is where we are. I'm currently where we made the stitch mark. Yes, where we have the stitch mark. So now this is where we are. So now this is the stitch mark. We are just going to go into the stitch mark with one slip stitch. Instead of we doing 2 slip stitch, we are just going to do 1 slip stitch into where we stitch mark, and then now we are going to be turning our work. We are going to be turning our work, and then we are going to be skipping the first slip stitch we have here, and then we are going to continue making the single crochet into it. And then we are going to continue making the single crochet now. And then we chain 1 here, continue our work here, and then we turn it, and then continue making the into the back loop only. We are going to continue making a single crochet. And now this is our last and now once we are here, we are going to make a slip stitch into this space once again. So more of like we are having another increase. So then we have more slip stitch into it once again, and this is where we are going to be having. So now we are no more going to make 1 slip stitch into this anymore. And now once we are turning our work here, we are going to be, sorry about that, that's my dog. We are going to be making a buttonhole for this particular part. So now we are going to turn our work. We are just going to skip the slip stitch here, the 1 slip stitch here, one slip stitch here, and we are going to continue making 2 single crochets. So 1, and into the next one 2. Now because my button is quite big, we are going to be skipping 2. We are going to be chaining 2 chains. That means instead of us making 2 single crochets into the 1, 2 into these 2 single crochets, we are going to be skipping it, and then we are going to be having 2 chains instead. And now after we have 2 chains, we skip 1, 2, and into the third one here, we are just going to make back loop only into it. And now this is going to be the buttonhole. It's big enough for what we want to use it for. And now what we are going to do now is that we are going to chain 1, and then we are going to turn our work. And now after we've done our work, we are going to continue making a single crochet into the back loop only. And after we've gotten the first 2 single crochets into the chain 1, inside the chain 1, we are going to be having 2. We are going to be into the in between the chain, into the chain like this. We are going to be having a single crochet also, and into the second chain a single crochet. And that's that. And this is what we are going to be having. Can you see it? So now we are just going to continue making the single crochet into the 2 single crochets we have left. And now this is what we have. Now we are going to be removing our stitch mark, because we are no more going to be making increase anymore. And now this is what, and after we've gotten this into the next one, we are just going to make a slip stitch into the next 2 single crochets we have there. And this is where we are going to be having. And now we are going to turn our work. Can you see? So now our work is going to be like this. Let me try and zoom out. So this is how our work is going to be. So now once we've gotten this, once we've gotten that, and now we are going to skip the first 2 slip stitch, the first 2 slip stitch we have here, and then we are going to do single crochet into the back loop only. And now we are going to have, let's say 10 rows in total, and then we are going to be making another button. I will meet you back. So now this is what I have. I'm currently 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15. So now to start for the 16th row, I'm going to start once again. So just make sure that whenever you have 15 rows, you are going to be making another buttonhole. So this is 2. I've gotten 2 here, and then I'm just going to chain 2, and after I've gotten the chain 2, I'm going to skip 2 single crochet here, and then into the next 2 single crochet I'm going to make another single crochet. And after I've gotten this is a button row, and now I'm going to stitch into the next 2 single crochets, and then I'm going to have another row of 16 of 15. I'm going to have 15 rows once again. So continue doing this. So continue doing that, and then so now this is what it's going to look like after we are done with the buttonhole. This is the buttonhole, this is the second one, and this is the third one. So now all we just need to do is just to sew in our button into this particular part, and this is going to go like this. So this is what we have. So now this is what we have. All we just need now is just to sew in our button. I've already sewed one in. This is a very big button, but we are going to be using it like that. So now just get it and sew it into the button also. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So I'm just going to use my yarn needle to sew it in. So now after we are done sewing it in, I'm just going to show you. Now I'm going to show you how I attach this cherry into this. You can check my other video. You can check, I think, the first or the second video on how I make this cherry. So now we are going to be attaching it together, and now I'm just going to get my. So now I will get my gum, my candle gum. So that's what I'm going to be using to attach it. So you can get yours as well, and then so now you get this, and then you are going to use your lighter or your candle. I normally use my candle so that the candle gum can give me what I want, and then I'm just going to press it on the back side. You are going to do it on the back side of where you want it to be. So on the back side like this into both candle, and you can as well sew yours in, but I feel like this is a faster and reliable process. It's very, very convenient for me to just do it like this, and then I just press it like this, and then I do the other parts that the candle are not there. So and then that's just it. And this is where we have. See how beautiful this looks. This looks amazing. Just continue doing this till you are done with all of your cherry, and we are at the end of our video. Thank you for watching to this moment. Kindly share, subscribe, and comment. You can do a comment on, and please, if you use my tutorial to make any of your videos, kindly tag me on all social media about it. Thank you for watching. I love you. Bye bye.